Daniel Lyula Khamasi was a veteran Kenyan politician and seasoned insurance professional whose public life was defined by steady leadership, integrity, and a deep commitment to grassroots development. He is best remembered for serving 2 consecutive terms as the Member of Parliament for Shinyalu constituency between 1997 and 2007, during which he earned a reputation as a principled and people-centered legislator. Born around 1946, Daniel Khamasi grew up in what is now Kakamega County, although specific details about his parents and early schooling were never widely documented. Those who knew him described him as grounded, disciplined, and deeply rooted in his community. At the time of his death on December 30, 2025, he was 79 years old. He maintained close family ties throughout his life and was survived by relatives, including his brother, James Khamasi, who confirmed his passing to the media, and his nephew, Hilary Amboso, who later spoke on behalf of the family. His niece, Irene Ayuma, publicly mourned him as a truthful man and a dedicated leader from Shamilili village. Before entering politics, Khamasi built a long and respected career in the insurance and commercial sector, spanning more than 25 years. He began his professional journey at Royal Insurance Company Limited, where he worked from 1970 to 1974. That same year, he attained professional recognition as an Associate of Chartered Insurance, marking him as a trained and credible practitioner in the field. He later joined Hogg Robinson K Limited, where he spent 2 decades from 1974 to 1995, gaining extensive experience and senior-level exposure in insurance and commerce. In the years immediately preceding his entry into elective politics, he worked at Jardine Sassoon from 1995 to 1997. This solid corporate background provided him with administrative discipline and policy insight that later shaped his approach to public service. Khamasi entered national politics in 1997 when he was elected as the Member of Parliament for Shinyalu constituency on a Ford Kenya party ticket. His election came at a time when multi-party democracy in Kenya was still evolving, and he quickly distinguished himself as a calm, thoughtful, and development-oriented legislator. During his first term, from 1997 to 2002, he focused on improving basic infrastructure and addressing long-standing community needs. In 2002, he successfully defended his parliamentary seat under the National Rainbow Coalition, NARC, riding the reformist wave that ushered Mwai Kibaki into the presidency. His second term, which lasted until 2007, further cemented his standing as a dependable representative. In Parliament, he occasionally served as a temporary deputy speaker, a role that reflected the trust and respect he commanded among his fellow legislators. Throughout his decade in office, Khamasi consistently prioritized grassroots development, with particular emphasis on education infrastructure, rural road networks, and access to healthcare services. He was widely regarded as a man of the people, known more for quiet effectiveness than political theatrics. Despite his experience and record, Khamasi's parliamentary career came to an end in 2007 when he lost his seat to Charles Lilechi Lugano of the ODM party. Retrospective commentary later suggested that his defeat was influenced by shifting political allegiances, internal party divisions within Ford Kenya, and his refusal to engage in the culture of financial handouts to voters, an approach that, while principled, proved costly in a highly competitive political climate. Outside politics, Khamasi maintained a relatively private personal life. While the names of his wife and children were not part of the public record, he was widely acknowledged as a family patriarch, and condolences following his death were consistently extended to his widow and children. He remained deeply connected to Shamilili village in Shinyalu, which was considered his primary home, even as his parliamentary duties required him to spend significant time in Nairobi. Khamasi's financial standing was never publicly disclosed, and no official estimate of his net worth exists. His income was derived mainly from his decade-long service as a member of parliament, including allowances associated with his occasional role as a temporary deputy speaker, as well as his long and successful career in the insurance industry. Unlike many public figures, he was not associated with conspicuous wealth or major commercial real estate holdings, and there is no public record linking him to high-profile properties or businesses. This relative financial modesty contributed to his image as a leader focused more on public development than personal accumulation. Although his career was largely free of scandal, Khamasi was involved in a minor commercial dispute in 2009 when he filed a civil case against Reliable Securities Limited at the Milimani Commercial Courts. The High Court ultimately dismissed the application and struck out the suit, but the matter did not attract national controversy and had little impact on his public legacy. In his later years, Khamasi battled chronic health challenges, including diabetes and high blood pressure. He passed away at approximately 4 a.m. on December 30, 2025, while undergoing treatment at a hospital in Nairobi. His death prompted an outpouring of tributes from political leaders and community members alike. Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa, among others, remembered him as a dedicated, selfless public servant who gave a decade of his life to improving the welfare of the people of Shinyalu. Daniel Lyula Khamasi's life reflected a rare blend of professional excellence, political integrity, and community loyalty. From a long career in insurance to a decade in parliament, he left behind a legacy defined not by controversy or extravagance, but by steady service, principled leadership, and a lasting commitment to the people he represented.